Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Taurus Cryptocurrency News. I am your host, Joe Nobody. It is 7:45 a.m. It is June 13th, 2021, and we've got some pretty exciting news coming up here for you on the channel. I apologize. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. I'm not as spry this morning as I usually am. My kids kept me up last night. They were absolute animals. I don't know if they got into an entire bag of pixie sticks or what, but they were one step away from defecating into their own hands and throwing it like primates last night. I mean, they were just absolute animals. So, with that being said, let's get into it. All right, some pretty exciting news. If you are a Bitcoin hodler, a Bitcoin fanatic, a Bitcoin fanboy, a Bitcoin investor, whatever you want to call yourself, we're here on CNBC, mainstream media. But actually, this is some pretty exciting news. I want to go over this article with you. This is something that's been floating around out there, and I heard it could be coming. But I think this is going to be an absolutely crucial catalyst for Bitcoin, okay? Because what's always been the argument, right? Bitcoin, it has no real use, or it has use, but it's more of a digital asset in comparison to gold. Well, guess what? All right, now Bitcoin, all right, for a little bit there, it's been seeing its little brother, okay. The little brother started on the JV team, and now he's about to make the varsity team. And by little brother, of course, I'm referring to Ethereum. All right, so Bitcoin's getting a little nervous. It went to the gym. It started doing some push-ups. It did a couple of curls, and maybe even, got a little steroids on the down low, because little brother Ethereum is now moving up from the JV team up to the varsity team, and Bitcoin's a little bit nervous that they're going to be put on the bench, okay? So what did they do? They came up with an upgrade, all right? So, again, just quoting here, reading off the article, the first Bitcoin upgrade in 4 years has just been approved by miners around the world. It is a rare moment of consensus among stakeholders. And crypto experts tell CNBC it's a pretty big deal for the world's most popular cryptocurrency. I like that technical analysis there. It's kind of a big deal. Hey, come here, everybody. Come see how big of a deal this is on Bitcoin. Anyway, the upgrade is called Taproot. Wasn't that like a 90s like new metal band, Taproot? I don't know, I wasn't a fan. Anyway, the upgrade is called Taproot, and it's due to take effect in November. When it does, it will mean greater transaction privacy and efficiency, and crucially, and this is the kicker, guys, this is the catalyst, it will unlock the potential for smart contracts. And everybody and their grandmother knows that smart contracts are the future of cryptocurrency. It is a key feature of its blockchain technology, which eliminates middlemen from even the most complex transactions. And there's nothing I like more in this world than removing middlemen. Because you know what middlemen are? They got their dirty little hobbit hands out there just waiting for a shilling, okay? All right, you got person A and you got person C. And you need to get some money to person A and your person C. Why do you need B? Okay? You can go from A to C without passing through B. Because what does B do? B steals from you. B is mortgage lenders. B is the bank, okay? B is the mortgage lender that when you want to refinance your mortgage is somehow charging you $10,000 in closing costs on a house that you already own, okay? But they're shilling you a lower interest rate. You're going to save money over time. Just trust us. Signing right here on the dotted line. And then as soon as you sign and you're like, honey, I made a really smart financial move today. I saved us a 0.5% interest rate on a 30-year mortgage. And your wife goes, well, that sounds great, honey. Did it cost us any money? And you go, well, it was,
I mean, it saved us $45 a month on our mortgage, but for some reason our mortgage did go up by $15,000. I'm still scratching my head at that one.
Well, did you have to pay anything out of pocket?
Nope, they just tacked it right onto the mortgage. We're good, and we don't have to make a payment for, a month, so we get to skip a payment. So, put on your nice pearls and let's go to the Golden Corral.
All right. Anyways, nothing against Golden Corral. I know a guy that loves Golden Corral, and if I swear, if security didn't stop him, he would bathe in that chocolate fountain. But anyways, this is huge news, guys, for Bitcoin maxis out there. Taproot matters, and I quote, because it opens a breadth of opportunity for entrepreneurs interested in expanding Bitcoin's utility, said Elise Killeen, founder and managing partner of Bitcoin-focused venture firm Stillmark. Unlike Bitcoin's 2017 upgrade referred to as the last civil war, in quotations, that's very dramatic, because of the contentious ideological divide separating adherents. God, they put a lot of big words into that paragraph right there. Taproot has near universal support, in part because these changes are fairly incremental improvements to the code. So, yeah, with Taproot, guys, I don't think anybody out there is against Bitcoin adopting smart contract technology. I think for it to move forward in its utility and not just be constantly looked at as a digital gold, you got to have a little bit more use case there. And I think bringing smart contract technology to a feature of the blockchain, I think is going to be a major catalyst for Bitboy. Shout out to Bitboy Crypto. I was just watching a little bit ago. In Bitcoin in general. So real quick here, what's changing? Bitcoin's makeover has to do with digital signatures, which you can think of as a fingerprint that an individual leaves on every transaction they make. And that's basically what a smart transaction is, or a smart contract. Right now, the cryptocurrency uses something called the elliptic curve digital signature algorithm, which is created from the private key, which controls a Bitcoin wallet and ensures that Bitcoin can only be spent by the rightful owner. Taproot will switch over to something known as Schnorr signatures. Is that how you say it? Schnorr? Schnorr? Schnorr signatures, which essentially makes multi-signature transactions unreadable, according to Alejandro de la Torre, vice president at Hong Kong headquartered major mining pool Poolin. In practice, that means greater privacy because your keys won't have as much exposure on the chain. You can kind of hide who you are a little bit better, which is good. Okay, and of course, there's going to be the argument there that, from probably the government and fans of detective shows, that it's just going to give criminals easier way to exchange currency without a digital trace. But look, guys, all right, if they want to find something on you, they're going to find something. All right, there's microphones all over the place. There's cameras all over the place. There's Alexa devices in almost everybody's home. All right, so, but, and then that's why I think privacy is a big factor for people. You can be a law-abiding citizen and want privacy, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's your God-given American right, Patriot Act. Anyway, it won't translate to greater God, this is a tough one for me. I hate this word. It'll make you more anonymous. Anonymity for individual Bitcoin addresses on the public blockchain. But it will make simple transactions indistinguishable from those that are more complex and comprised of multiple signatures. All right, so just, I'm not going to read through the entire article. It's right there. But this is going to be potentially a big catalyst for Bitcoin. It's adopting and upgrading to smart contract utilities, and I think that is going to be a catalyst for Bitcoin. I don't know if you're going to see the bump from that immediately, but I definitely think if it's taking effect November, you're going to see it November. There's not a doubt in my mind that you're going to see a bump from Bitcoin in November. And maybe that has a lot to do with some of the price projections out there on Bitcoin hitting 200K by the fall. Those aren't my numbers. Those are just numbers floating out there. But I've heard anywhere between 125K to 200K by the fall on Bitcoin. I'm not seeing it right now, and I'm sure you're not seeing it with the sideways trading on Bitcoin right now. But I think there is a lot of market manipulation going on. And right now I'm still staying a little bearish on Bitcoin, even with this news coming out, because there's a couple of thresholds that I want to see and I want to wait for. I have a floor of about 30,000 and a ceiling of about 40,000 to 42,000 on Bitcoin. And when I see Bitcoin be able to break that ceiling on 42,000, I'm going to feel a little bit more comfortable about investing my money into Bitcoin without worrying about it dropping down to 20 grand. Okay, there is talks out there. There is stuff out there on the internet about it potentially dropping to $20,000. I think it will be a red flag if we start touching low 30. And by low 30, I mean 31,000, 30,000. And I think at that 30,000, if we dip below that 30,000 point, I do think you're going to see a lot of people start taking some profit at that point. Obviously, your guys that got in at 50,000 or close to 60,000 or got in right before May, I don't think you're going to see a major sell-off from them. But what I think you're going to see is a lot of people that maybe got in at 10K, 15K, 20K, start to take some profits. And what that's going to do is probably drive Bitcoin down to the mid-20s to even as low as $20,000. And at that point, you're going to see all the greedy goblin whales come out and scoop up, Bitcoin like it's a free Easter egg hunt at the Knights of Columbus. Okay, I think it's going to be, it's going to be whale season if we get down to 20,000. Okay, because I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I'm just not comfortable investing my money in it right now because it's just kind of going sideways, and it's sitting there waiting for something to do, and I don't know what it's going to do yet. All right, and I don't think a lot of people know what it's going to do yet. So if you're holding Bitcoin, it's probably a good idea just to hold on to it. But a lot of people right now are calling Bitcoin a fire sale. All right, you got a lot of billionaires scooping up Bitcoin. You got Warren Buffett, the pantyhose loving, coke chugging, chicken McNugget eating Oracle of Omaha, and I say that extremely respectfully because he's just like a regular guy with a lot of money. All right, he loves Coke and he loves McDonald's and pantyhose and Dairy Queen. I mean, if that doesn't scream America, people, I don't know what does. All right, but anyway, Warren Buffett. I said on an earlier podcast, if you listen to it on the All You Can Eat Warren Buffet, Berkshire Hathaway is invested $500 million into a form of Bitcoin. It's not Bitcoin directly. It's a digital bank that deals in cryptocurrency located in Brazil. So that's the Bitcoin news for today. That's all I got. We're getting close to the 15-minute mark. One thing I want to mention before we go, we had our podcast updated on Spotify today. For our full-length podcast, you can check it out on Spotify. If you type in the search bar Taurus cryptocurrency, you'll be able to find us. And for your listening pleasure, it is a longer podcast than these short little 15-minute nuggets that we have here for you on YouTube. But if you like what you hear, please support the channel. We need all the support in the world we can get. We're just trying to get up and going here. So hit that like button, subscribe, and go ahead and jingle that little bell notification so you can stay up to date on our daily videos. We're going to try to roll out podcasts daily. And, sometimes we're going to roll out multiple ones a day if we have the time or if there's something groundbreaking that we feel like you need to know about immediately. And you can check us out there on Twitter. Taurus Cryptocurrency News. We're on Twitter if you want to talk to us directly. So thanks, everybody. As always, this is not financial advice. All right, this is simply for entertainment and information purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I am simply a fan of crypto. And, I do my own research. And like any investment, do not overextend yourself and do not bet the farm on any of these cryptocurrencies. And please invest your money wisely. Thank you and have a wonderful day.